What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and as you can see, I have an army of Sub-Zeros next to me, and that is because starting today and over the next 76 Saturdays, we will be ranking the design of every Mortal Kombat character. Now, it's not a new concept. I've seen the Uncommon Oddity do it. I've seen Scotty Combat do it. I've seen Knick Knack Paddywhack do it, but today, Kennybomb starts, and we will be doing it every Saturday. But we'll be looking at the designs for Mortal Kombat 1, the first one, through Mortal Kombat 1, the last one. Base design and alt design. If I feel like there's a DLC skin we need to throw in there, we'll throw it in. Otherwise, don't even worry about it. But we're going to be starting off with the best character in Mortal Kombat history, of course, and that is Sub-Zero. No better way to start off than by looking at his classic attire. Now, this is where we first met Sub-Zero, so it's hard to say this is anything but perfect. You know what? I had to make a quick adjustment because I think the designs that are perfect deserve to get that perfect stamp. And Sub-Zero from the original Mortal Kombat started it all, so he gets a little grace here, but I think it was the perfect start for the character. Now, does Mortal Kombat 2 Sub-Zero get that same grace? Let's take a look at him. So it's a really good design, and you really can't tell what I don't like about it just by looking at this design. So you could see they added scales to his outfit to kind of make it look more realistic, but overall, it's a great look for Sub-Zero. The only thing I don't like is if you zoom in on the character, and we see this a lot in Mortal Kombat 1 with the cameos, you could see like the mask, these holes in the mask, it kind of makes it look plastic and cheap. So I don't necessarily love that, but again, you can't really see that while you're in game. So when it comes to in-game Sub-Zero here for Mortal Kombat 2, which is still one of my favorite Mortal Kombat games, I'm gonna put him right behind this Sub-Zero as perfect. But perfect means flawless. Can I really give him perfect if I don't like that mask? I don't think so. It's a really good design, but because of the mask, I can't quite say it's perfect. Now, let's move on to my first big disappointment with Sub-Zero, and that is Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 3. Now, the pose is cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think taking the mask off of Sub-Zero was a good idea at all. I don't know what was going on with Mortal Kombat 3 where they got rid of Scorpion, they got rid of Reptile, no ninjas. They said no ninjas, will take the mask off Sub-Zero and just turn him into a man. So, it was a bad decision. Thankfully, they went back and made it right with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but unfortunately, we still see this young man pop up every now and then. So I'm gonna say this Sub-Zero design right here is bad. I don't even like the remake in Mortal Kombat 1 because they won't even let us put a mask on him. So our first Sub-Zero in the bad category, and it's that one. And you know what? We put the wrong one down there, but don't even worry about it. We'll figure it out. All right, the next one we have is Sub-Zero from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is where they made it right, and you know what? This one goes in the perfect category because he did not have that ugly mask on. And you know what? I'm actually going to put this one in front of our original Sub-Zero. So as of right now, this is the best Sub-Zero design from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Now, the next Sub-Zero comes from a game that does not get the love it deserves. I will admit, it didn't age well, but when Mortal Kombat 4 came out, the game was amazing, and Sub-Zero looks amazing here. We did go back to Sub-Zero with the mask on, opposed to having that Sub-Zero atrocity we got in Mortal Kombat 3. It looks like kind of a combination between Sub-Zero from the first Mortal Kombat and Sub-Zero from the second Mortal Kombat. The outfit looks good, but he has that ugly mask on. He's also got some type of camel toe boot going on here. I don't know what's going on with that. But this Sub-Zero, I'm going to put in a good category, just because he has that mask on. But for right now, he's actually going to be at the front of the good category. So we'll go ahead and drop Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 4 right there. Moving on to the next one, so we got Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. He took the mask off again. But I will say, if we're talking about Sub-Zero without the mask on, this is the best version of him. He has like a blue slit on his eye opposed to the red one. The eyes are kind of like washed bluish white as well. And I also like the straps he have over his shoulders also. Got the ice arms. This is a good Sub-Zero design. You know what? I can't hate on it. Yeah, I think he's good at number 3 right there. But I don't know. Maybe I just take it easier on this costume because his other costume in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, iconic. if we look at it, what Sub-Zero as a character is, I think this perfectly captures Sub-Zero. If you think about Sub-Zero from a previous universe, at least, this is him. One of the best Sub-Zero costumes of all time, without a doubt. I'm gonna slot this one, actually. Ooh, our original Sub-Zero costume is falling down the ranks, but this one is just so good, y'all. I'm glad they added it to Mortal Kombat 1, because this is one of Sub-Zero's best looks we've ever seen. I love the mask. I love when they make his eyes blue because it just looks like he's consumed. I love the slit on his eye actually being blue as well. I like the big medallion thing on his chest, these little pillars. Beautiful costume. I always love when he has the frozen hands. He pretty much always has those now as well, but perfect Sub-Zero design, but unfortunately, the one they put out afterwards just can't be topped. And it's not just Sub-Zero. The designs in Mortal Kombat Deception were just on another level, but Sub-Zero definitely had the best one. I love the helmet. I love his mask. I love his eyes being fully white, the fur around his neck. I love what he has on his shoulders. It's just like there's so much going on here, but it's not over-designed. This is a masterpiece, master classic. I don't think we will ever top this one. Spoiler alert, y'all. There is absolutely not a costume that will be going in front of this one because they absolutely cooked with it. Now, they didn't stop there because he did have his ult in Mortal Kombat Deception, and a lot of people didn't like it, but it wasn't his base design, and I think it's a cool look overall, so I didn't mind it. So Sub-Zero's alternate attire from Mortal Kombat Deception, I'm going to say it's not bad, and I am actually going to put it above his outfit in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Now, remember what I said about Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance? A lot of the Armageddon costumes, they were like kind of copy and paste, but this one's really good. This one is really good. This one is perfect. Now, listen, our classic games are kind of getting bumped down this list. And you know what? I really don't usually have good things to say about Armageddon, but this one was crazy. But I mean, it makes sense for the classic costumes to get bumped down just because, again, we're moving forward in time and things get better and better. And much like I said about Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, this is a perfect Sub-Zero that just looks like Sub-Zero. This could even be a Titan Sub-Zero, because he looks like a boss right here. So shouts out to Mortal Kombat Armageddon Sub-Zero, but cancel Christmas on that game overall. Next, we got Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Now, this is another one that's pretty much just Sub-Zero. I don't know if I would call this a lazy design. It's just really not much of a different design. This one is the first one that's going to go in our mid category. Again, it's not bad at all. It's not that it's bad. It just seems that it looks so much like the other Sub-Zero costumes we had, and I think we could have got a lot more creative here, especially with this game merging into that DC universe. I think there's a lot more they could have done with the skins in this game that they didn't do. So for this being Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, I'm going to say that one was mid. Next, we got Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 9, and this one's fine. Not bad at all. Now, people... Of course, Mortal Kombat 9 is one of the best Mortal Kombat games of all time. Maybe top 3 for me. Yeah, top 3, top 4. That's another conversation for another day. But this Sub-Zero design, it's much like the design from Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Doesn't really do anything for me. It's not better than the Deadly Alliance design. It's not better than the Deception design. Not even better than the Armageddon design. I'm going to say this one's mid. Being that we came off such a hot streak with the previous games, I think this one could have been a lot better. Now, I know Mortal Kombat 9 was kind of going back to the old school days because it was retelling the story of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, I believe. But, you know what? The skins could have still been a bit better. Not all of them. I think Ermax was really good. But Sub-Zero, my guy, could have been a lot better. I don't even got Cyber Sub-Zero on this list, and that's a good thing. Cancel Christmas on that. Hopefully, we never see him again. Oh, we love Cyber Sub-Zero. Well, you guys love him all you want, but I was scared they were going to keep him that way, so I don't ever want to see it come back. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next Sub-Zero. Now, I always say I do not like the design in this game. It's too dark, too grungy, too gritty. The characters are old, but this Sub-Zero is crazy. I will tell y'all that. This is a really good Sub-Zero. Yikes. Man, I really hate. I hate the fact that a Mortal Kombat X Sub-Zero is so good, because that game, y'all, I hate the design in it, but there's no way. I gotta be fair and I gotta be real, gotta keep it honest. This, I'm gonna keep this one right here. I'm gonna put this one right here, because this is a good Sub-Zero design. I remember when that Mortal Kombat X trailer came out. The first one was Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting in the woods. I was that's probably the most hype I've ever been for a Mortal Kombat game. And for whatever reason, it just didn't live up to the hype for me. So I kind of got a gripe and a grudge with Mortal Kombat X, but it is what it is. I know a lot of people love it. Shouts out to y'all, but it just wasn't a game for me. And I got to talk about this one as well, because I hate it. I absolutely hate it. We got Sub-Zero out here looking like an old man. His beard's not even gray. He just looks like an old man. And this one, I got to put it down here with our Mortal Kombat 3 Sub-Zero, because it definitely brought those vibes back. Now, this is what I did not like about Mortal Kombat X. The things we see like this. So on one hand, Sub-Zero design was great and it worked, but in this case, it just did not. All right, we got two Sub-Zeros left. Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1. Now, Mortal Kombat 11, if you ask me, still to this day, I think is the best looking fighting game of all time. But I did not like Sub-Zero's design in it. It had to grow on me. At first, I thought it was really bad, but then over time, as I got the customization stuff going, I was like, you know what? It's fine. Still not great, but it's fine. I just really don't understand, and I don't like whatever this thing is he has on his head. But if we look at his second costume, it kind of proves that it's not just that, because I don't like this one either. Maybe one of my favorite Sub-Zeros in any Mortal Kombat game was Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 11, but his designs, I'm going to say they both were actually pretty mid. Hate to say it, because y'all know Mortal Kombat 11 is my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time, but I think both of the designs, we're actually going to have to grab this one from right here, were pretty mid. We're going to stand him right up there in the mid category. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel. They saved Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 11 with this beautiful attire being added, and I'm just hoping it's added to Mortal Kombat 1 as well. Speaking of Mortal Kombat 1, let's go ahead and get to our final Sub-Zero. And that's our boy Bihan, who made his return. Now, when we first saw that Mortal Kombat 1 trailer, everybody was, well, a lot of people were saying, oh, I don't like the Scorpion design. I don't like the Sub-Zero design. They took the hoods off, put the hoods back on these characters. But I was in immediately. I think this is a great dynamic, because taking the hood off kind of gives them more character, more personality, lets us in a little bit more. But keeping the mask on him was a great idea, because even though he doesn't have the hood on anymore, the mask makes him still feel like Sub-Zero. So I think they knocked it out of the park. This was a very risky move, but it paid off. The character is not over-designed, just looks perfect. Where he didn't look too great in Mortal Kombat 11, I think he looks perfect in Mortal Kombat 1. And I would put him, it's tough, because Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance might be, we're looking at a 1 or 2A, 2B situation here. You know what? I'm going to go 2A. Because this was our Sub-Zero from the last universe. Sub-Zero for Mortal Kombat Deception. And he's going up against this Sub-Zero. And I think Deception Sub-Zero beats him. Bihan from the new universe, I'm going to say that's our second best looking Sub-Zero attire of all time. I just love the new character. Can't wait to see where we go with him. Now, he did have some other skins in Mortal Kombat 1 as well. Starting with this one. And this one, I will say, is not good. Not good at all. This one is actually pretty bad. Yikes. I don't like the flaps on his arms. Ugh. I think that's really the only big problem with it. I hate those things. But even though his alternate skin is pretty bad, we did get the Invader who came in and gave us one that's actually good with this. Now, even though it's a really good skin, I don't think it's different enough than his first skin. So I'm not going to put it at perfect, but I will put it down here as really good. But y'all know we cannot put a maskless this Sub-Zero in front of it. I won't put this one in front of it either. I'll put him right here as a really good Sub-Zero. So that is our first character ranking video, y'all. These things will change week by week. They'll look different, but I think we are going to do it for every Mortal Kombat character. For characters like, let's say, Onaga, who only got one costume, we're going to have to figure it out those weeks. Maybe they're just real short videos. We'll see. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Let me know what is your favorite Sub-Zero design in the comment section. And who should we do next? Let me know. Bomb Squad. Boof.